I have the... Is it the canteen that I'm looking to upgrade again? Hero can rest before hiding the boss. No. Watchtower, Refuge Farm. It might be the campfire that I was looking to upgrade again, but I thought I already had that. Healer's Hut? Ah, here we go. Makes the Witch's Hut card appear during expeditions. Not too far out of our requirements at the moment as well. For the moment, though, we can just X-speed. I don't know if I want to take a Necromancer out again just for the moment. Let's have a look at our different options in here. We have the river. We've got the Bookery and the Vampire Mansion that I did not manage to get to intermingle at any point. Knowing that the river is going to be providing a multiplicative effects on things that are near it, specifically landscape tiles near it, there is a large amount of me that wants to try a Chrono Crystals next to a meadow that then has almost like a looping river around it. For the heal of, what? It'd be 2 becomes 4, becomes 6, becomes 8. So it'd be 8, and then double that, it'd be 16 from a single tile, health at the start of every single day. Yeah, that is the main comparison point to be making here, Sal, which is the comparison between the effect of the meadow here and then the effect in effective HP of, you know, desert, sand dune, forest, thicket, and whether or not that actually weighs out. The difficulty, I think, in finding whether or not that weighs out for us is that the meadow requires the then inclusion of Chrono Crystals if I really want to benefit from it in that fashion. I like the general layout that we actually have, to be entirely frank with you. I don't think it's that bad. I just don't necessarily think it was suited to running a Necromancer as we did in the last run with it. I'm going to want to try and max utilize the river, because that's mainly what I haven't managed to do so far. So I'm thinking about running the Rogue, but if I'm running the Rogue, I'm taking Battlefield off and I'm putting Spider Cocoon on. Which, like, you know, I'm not entirely against this. There's also the possibility of re-including the Storm Temple in order to get some forests into burning forests next to a river, increasing our attack speed. Sorry, not our attack speed, but our pure damage. Quite high. That is a good point as well. The Rogue would not be able to deal with the swamps. The Necro wouldn't be able to deal with the outposts, though. Although, well, wouldn't be able to deal with the outposts? The Necromancer is not welcome here. The soldiers will shoot him and everybody nearby. That seemed like it was a benefit in my mind, in that it helped us clear out the tiles AoE very, very quickly. But it also probably could have been the thing that ended up killing us quite easily. And maybe I just got lucky away with the fact that the outpost wasn't the thing that ended that run. Okay, well, if we are going Necromancer, then we are going Battlefields, which means we're not going Spider Cocoon, which means we're basically running the exact same plan as we were running last time. How do I modify this then? The Necromancer doesn't want the McKee. I mean, let's be clear. One of the biggest problems of the last run with the Necromancer taken out to the 3 was... Well, I mean, there were actually a fair few of them, but one of the biggest problems was that I couldn't find any increase in the amount of skeletons that I could summon at any point in time, which made it just impossible. Beacon with the plus 20% attack speed for all units. If I'm going to be using forests to boost my own attack speed already with the rivers, then suddenly Beacon make less sense. But then we have just Oblivion and the Treasury. I'm going to be limiting mainly my my terraforming around the river, so I don't really want to have to put a Treasury in there as well. A deck of only 10 cards here. Swamp Vampire Mansion combo is pretty good. How do I feel about the cemetery? I like the cemetery in terms of being able to get more souls for the ancient crisp. Sorry, the ancestral crypt. The ancient crisp. This dusty old Dorito. So Arsenal would give to the... Hang on. It doesn't look like it shows us the extra piece of equipment that it would be unlocking. But it would unlock an additional equipment slot for us. I think I'm going to go with this one. And I think I will take it out to the third as well. Go all in. Swing! Okay, crypt down first. None of these are equipment that I can equip. Sand dunes lowers all creatures' HP by 1%. So we'll have sand dunes and we'll also have the desert. The sand dunes I want to keep. The desert I want to turn into oases with any straight section of river. Thankfully, we actually have like really, really thick sides of the map right here, which is going to be really good for the river. Just gives us the ability for it to loop back in and on itself a lot of times. Okay. 6 summon quality and skeleton level. No reason to turn those down just yet. Battlefield and Vampire Mansion. So the battlefield is spawn a chest on an adjacent tile each loop. I mean, I could put it right there for fun, but it's not like a particularly good reason to do that. Perhaps the local town planner took Yes in My Backyard too far when they added the Necromancy crypt. I will field that as criticism exclusively from corpses. Don't tell me I put it too close unless you are dead. Good to see you, silly. Battlefield has to go down ASAP before I finish the first loop. My brain wants to put it there. Well, there's actually pretty good too. Yeah? But do I want a... Maybe I don't want a battlefield in the boss fight. The ability for them to resummon ghosts in the boss fight. That actually sounds like it might be hellish. It sounds like it might be a bad time. And then Vampire Mansion, I mainly want to plan that around my swamps. Do I want to pop the Vampire Mansion down already on this loop? So then after that, I would be going like swamp, 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 swamp. Okay. Let's get some early fights with vampires. Skeleton level, some attack speed and regen speed as well. Neat. Hey, time to start the river. So ideally, how do I position this? I want every available adjacency of the river to exist. So that would mean I would want it to go up, across everything but like 2 spaces from this, so the third space from that, and then move back over and snake. Do that as much as it can, third space from that, do that over and snake, so it's effectively just looping up through that direction. Wait a second. Is that gonna accidentally turn that into an oasis? I guess we'll see in a little bit. Yeah, because forests and thickets don't become oases. Yeah, so sand dunes should have actually been on the entire opposite side of the map. That's okay. It's a minimal loss to make in order to realize that. Ooh, baby. So you are gonna have to go one space up and then one space across. So that will turn the next river space into an oasis. And then sand dune just goes in the opposite area. Now, what am I going to mainly do with the forests? Because I'm not burning the forests. And I don't think I want to turn the forests into marquee. Forests don't... Yeah, forests are the ones that would become marquee. Unfortunately, I'm playing the Necromancer. So I may not be best served by giving my opponents faster attack speed at all. Just due to different breakpoints. Let's hold on. I mean, you know, we can equip the ring. Not really caring what it does, because it's probably good enough at this point, right? Hey, Villagi! Oh! We can try and make a villaginous village. I mean, I could put it here. Immediately have it ransack, complete one loop in just a wee bit. Don't want that immediately. I feel like I'm putting down a lot of challenges, but not the ability to rise to them easily. It'd be swamp, swamp, village, swamp, swamp, swamp. Okay. I think we can do this. Welcome in, Rhea. Forests. At some point, I am just going to have to start putting these down. I'm going to put them down with the recognition that if I really want to, I can put a desert in between all of them and turn them into marquee later if I want to, but I won't. Not that I won't do it, I won't want to do that. Oh, actually, hang on, no, I shouldn't make it too big, otherwise... Ah, how long is this river going to go for? The extra desert. Again, over there is fine, I think. I don't see the appeal in the council lands for the Necromancer. In my opinion, they're mostly a warrior tool. Percent of the stomach's quality. Press on to something useful after 3 loops. I mean, in my mind right now, what they serve is a safe place for the Necromancer to, in the middle of a bunch of different swamp combats, pick up some health. But that is a fair point well made, right? The health of the Necromancer is more often represented in their, you know, other statistics in terms of evasion and especially magic shield. So it does definitely make more sense on someone who is reliant more on their maximum HP. I think part of me still assesses the village and the mansion as a core or a package to include into the deck. Summon quality up. I mean, like, yeah, we'll just replace that to try and get myself a better fight here. An amulet for way better statistics. This is also just giving me some nice items to fight. Nice enemies to wear. Oh my good giddy god. Okay. A grimoire of a necessary level. Do I want to get more? Summon quality is 66% at the moment. Actually, I kind of like the summon quality being 66. I think I might even prefer it to a couple of the other available options. A swamp down there, another forest up here, no oblivion just yet. If only I had a couple more necks, silly. I could wear all of these amulets at the same time and there wouldn't be a problem. So this will be a count land soon. Level up time. Oh, +1 to the maximum number of skeletal. Excuse me. Hero will get 0.5. 0.5 max magic shield for every summoned skeleton for the rest of the expedition. I really want Art of Control. This has a way to provide all of the defense that I will ever need. Okay, so this thicket wants to go here because I'm going to be looping around it a little bit. Another thicket. I mean, this one's not really going to be looped around, so river loops up to this point because I'll want to put things on the other side, so it'll loop up to 3 spaces over. So I'm looking for 3 spaces over 1 space. There, that's where this thicket goes. Pre-planning for all of the rivers that I'm not drawing right now is a little unfortunate, but hopefully the Bookery is going to help us get a lot more of them later on. There we go. River number the second one. Oh, immediately an oasis. Okay, so the origin tile for a river cannot become one. I wonder, the oasis itself, I think, has to count as a landscape tile. So the river doubling the oasis to -1% to the hero's attack speed, as well as -2% attack speed to all other characters. Fair assumption on my part, I think. All right, Countlands is now ascended. Oh, good lord. Let's continue the rivers. A Bookery. The oasis is not affected by river. You can easily check that by mouse overing an enemy in fight. Right. Good. We had too many of them down last time to be able to check that. Better Amulet by so many levels and better Grimoire by so many levels. Only really when we start seeing max skeleton +1 are we really going to be avoiding that. Bookery. Sanctuary, a place for the living and for some of the for the dead and for some of the living occasionally. Spawns a skeleton every 3 days. Where's this path going to want to be? I almost want to put like a cemetery path up near the end. Give myself the ability to build another Countlands out here with another vampire nearby. Yeah, that sits well with me so far. Cemetery, go here. Now that we have Bookery, I'm going to be throwing back all deserts and forests, just looking for thickets. I don't really want to throw an Oblivion back, which is why the Bookery hasn't gone down yet. Oblivion's just super powerful. It feels a waste to waste it. Battlefield again? Before the end of this loop, I could add that down. I could even get the Blood Clot overlap if I really wanted to. Let him continue for the moment. Oh, baby. That's what we've been looking for. Let's get another swamp down immediately. Defensive 6. It's the most defense I've seen on a single item for this character ever. Second cemetery can go directly next to the first one, I think. Rivers, we're now looking to have them curve around. Yeah, eventually ziggurats will start coming out. We've got 4 pieces of sand dune / desert down. We're being a little selective with the rest of ours, but we will have more. God, this battlefield. I mean, when do I want a battlefield down? Sooner rather than later. Hey, Scarleton. Certainly sooner rather than later. That's a pretty good position for it right now. I think I'm going to get the Bookery down early. I keep saying I'm not going to do it, but we've got these 2 deserts, and it's way easier to just cycle through, get back to an Oblivion, rather than lose loops. Can't need to save the Silvano. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. Okay, so Withering, all creatures' HP reduced by 1%. Yeah, -1 attack speed. Wait. -1, yes. -1 attack speed to them, it's -0.5 attack speed to me, which if you doubled those, would then prove that the Oasis is being affected by the river, but it's not. Got it. We're all good here. Well... I gotta say, we could instantly ransack this. It's kind of what I want to do, too. Get sacked. Then we Oblivion the bandit camp. And then the sand dune can go up here. And then we just cycle the deserts only. I can't believe it. We cycled 2 times. That's fine. We actually ended up with ones I wanted more, but it's not what I was trying to do. I mean, this one's already doubled. Oh! Time for a village, question mark. So, the wooden warriors are only ever going to attack on response, which means unless I am at max summons, they're not going to attack the Necromancer. Now I need to not constantly make my way to max summons. Could I please have some more summons? Attack speed up 8, as well as regen. No, I'll replace that for the skeleton quality though. Sand dunes go over there. I'm gonna need to find some way to prevent myself from just continuing through that Bookery 100% of the time, because... oof. Is there a setting for, you know, pause the game if the Bookery changes your cards? I don't think there is. Pause the game when it's out of focus. Allow changing fight speed, speedrun mode. Yeah, none of those seem like they would be the option I'm looking for here. Oh well. Sand dune again. There's our Ziggurat. I would love to be able to destroy that with an Oblivion, please. Attack speed of 16%, as well as 2 defense. Yeah, that'll happily replace the other ring at that point. I don't want the regen from that, though. Ugh, skeleton level again. Yikes. Just pause after fights and always play cards immediately if you don't want to change them out. Yeah, but the only problem is the Bookery has no fight between it. So if I get to this side of the Bookery, by the time I pause, usually I've already lost the cards on the other side of the Bookery at the moment. The Ziggurat is the desert spirit spawning area. It's going to spawn a desert spirit every single loop, has a 33% chance to join a battle anywhere on the road, and is really annoying, specifically for the Necromancer. I'll bring to mind at this point the ability of the desert spirit to do 200% extra damage to specifically magic shields. So the thing that's keeping us alive, that's exactly what they target. Rudely. Unfortunately, just to make clear for absolutely everyone, there's no interaction between the village and the Vampire Mansion. I've tried it a couple times over the course of the series. Unfortunately not. I wish. Ooh, actually, that'll probably be something later. Yeah, get him. There's a desert and a thicket. Good with the thicket, bad with the desert. I'm also happy to cycle a Vampire Mansion. I'll end up ultimately with too many Vampire Mansions over the course of this. I guarantee that. Too bad the vampires don't attack the village and turn it into the swamp thing. Oh, and turn into the Swamp Thing. I mean, I can think of an area that might be quite applicable for that one as well. Alas. What if there was a 3 things next to one another turn into something? Like Vampire needs to be next to the swamp, which needs to be next to the village kind of situation. There's the Vilgi. I kind of want to make another swamp loop over here. So that'd be Vampire Mansion there, and then village, village, village eventually. But the villages are also giving me, after enough time, quest enemies that are sometimes overwhelming. Vampire Mansion village up here first. There's also 5 ring for... Yep. Everything I want and more. Please recycle my cards, friends. Evasion summon quality. I'll probably get something better than that. I do prefer the evasion, but it's such a minimal upgrade otherwise. Oh, thicket. Don't think you want to overdo it with villages. 3 to 4 should be enough. That's part of the reason I'm so happy now to have the Bookery as well as rivers, because I will always have something else I want to put down, and I will always be able to happily throw away the extra vampire village or the vampire mansion or the village or any of those kinds of things. This allowing me to be more selective with things I know that I'll only want near the start of a run. Oh, beautiful. This is not doing well. Okay. Counterattack. Whenever the hero receives direct damage, each allied skeleton has a 50% chance to attack immediately. I'm going to choose that to see if I can live. How? Resurrect. I honestly just didn't think they were that bad yet. That was my mistake, evidently. Ransacked village is deadly. Yes, I just thought I might be more deadly than them at this point. Well, there we go. Max skeletons +1. Better than attack speed of 16% and 2 defense. Yes. I don't like it, but I think it is. Especially for us. Okay. Thicky? There's another Oblivion if I wanted it. Oh, yeah. Obviously, Ziggurat. Another Thicky. Yeah, no, I'm cycling the forests at this point. And the next one up there can happily be a swamp still. Grand. Yeah, I tried to ransack too many villages. That's entirely my fault. Let's fix this and go back in very, very quickly here. So what do we want to fix? I had too many villagers, and they weren't actually helping me that much. The villagers were largely a pact, effectively, with the vampire mansion. However, it seems like I may even just have a more effective time going for swamps and vampire mansions by themselves, just the 2 of them. We can make it if we try just the 2 of them and I. Battlefield as well is the same. Otherwise setup, I'm comfortable with this. I really am. I think village may have been my biggest problem there. Okay. If that's been my biggest problem, trait deck. Deep pockets. Let's turn all of these ones off, because the Necromancer's innate abilities are really, really important. let me draw a parallel here. Because the Necromancer's innate abilities are designed around the Necromancer, these being the traits rather that we're often on level up. Because they're designed around the Necromancer, they have the ability to interact with the stats that only the Necromancer has represented. Which means that they are of premium importance. It's like how, like, if you were playing, you know, here's an analogy, if you were playing STS and you were playing Defect, you would probably happily turn off the relics for all of the normal relics, most of the normal relics, because the things that are really important to Defect are provided exclusively within the Defect ones, you know? Not that there aren't basic ones that are important to the Defect, but the Defect's relics being more important because of the specificity, because of orb slots. Basically, I need more orb slots, and that is represented here in Art of Control, +1 to the maximum number of skeletons. Did I confirm after? Yeah, must have confirmed. Send them. Strike. Let's get the crypt down first. Okay, so I'll probably want to snake around there and then there. So, like, sand dunes all want to go down in this area, I guess. Where I know the ocean will never come, where the river will never meet them. Beautiful to have the Bookery this early. River runs wild from over here. I might make this like a book corner. Get rid of these really early on. Why not put the crypt in the center and leave the corners for more river interactions? I'm always leery about, like, am I gonna need the center space? But you're right, I won't. I don't have any of the beacons or any of the AoE kind of effects like that. It's not like I have blood groves or anything like that. So yeah, that would totally be a viable space for him. And we be in the future. Thicket, thank you. Bookery next to the camp in order to immediately force the pause between two different triggers of the Bookery. That's not awful. It's just the positioning of the camp here that makes me a little leery to do that, because I would like to be able to put something else much more effective in these spaces. But yeah, that does sound kind of cool to me. There's a burrow stand. Yeah, we good. Skeleton level of 0.27. That might not even be worth equipping, to be honest. Swamp. I don't think you have a tile that affects the boss if placed near a campfire. It's more I want the Bookery to have 2 adjacencies, because I think other things like the Vampire Mansion having more adjacencies, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total in this space, is probably better. Or rather, for Vampire Mansion, it's around rather than adjacent, but here it's just adjacent. So here's largely what's happening in my mind at the moment. Bookery. I think I need to place this next to a Vampire Mansion. In order to do that, I want to also put swamps near it. So we can go Vampire Mansion here, and then we can go like a series of swamps around that area. So that means swamp right here. Get it. Ooh, river and a thicky. So... This loops to... Wait, hang on. So that's the tile there. That means that has to go there. Because the river will loop around that side. I paused it in time. I managed to get the extra river, thankfully. And now we lose the forests. For the sake of a sand dune? Yeah, that's okay, I guess. We'll get some equipment one of these days. Ooh. I mean... Do I put it down immediately? I don't have to make my decision yet, thankfully. Got a while until. Another vampire mansion as well, so we have a backup. I'm gonna equip the magic shield here, that seems pretty important. Another river. Battlefield. I mean, that's immediately after the loop. Yes, I do have that ring that I haven't put on for a very small amount of skeleton level at the moment. It might just be impactful enough. Let's do it. I know that right-clicking prevents things from being replaced as this work for cards as well. It does not. It just unpauses the time. I think I'll get my battlefield here. Smelling of blood and steel. That was a fierce competitor of an enemy right there. Excuse me. Amulet of highest summon quality, some regen per second, decent magic shield. Good to see it. Still pretty far from our first level. Next thicket. No! I respawned them too quickly again! I almost feel like I want to turn my expedition speed down just so that I can try and get past that. That's gonna cause problems otherwise. Guess I'll let him go now. Sad. Oh! Ring of Max Skeletons this early on? Okay, it's actually an incredible run. Max Skeletons +1, and it's only on a 2 ring as well. This same ring, this just one Max Skeleton can be on a ring that is level 2, level 4, level 6, level 7. I've seen it on all of them. Such a versatile ring. I'm liking this strategy of like never playing any forests or deserts. It's the same on level 30 plus as well. Oh god. That's gonna break my heart when that happens. Do you have any plans for the tile to the right corner? Right corner of the Bookery. If not, that's a swamp for a force pause. Yeah, that could easily be a swamp for a force pause. And I would probably want to put a vampire mansion there later for the loop around this area, so all of that is more than happy for me to do. It's probably not going to be the first thing I optimize around. Another sand dune down. Is there a fox? Is there a fox pass? Is there a faux pas in asking about more Splitways episodes when you're playing Loop Hero? No, there isn't in particular, but I think Splitways is doing a release of their final act up soon. I don't have any immediate plans to cover it though. I suspect the Bookery will empty before then. I think so too. Maybe I'll just destroy that with Oblivion and replace it with another Bookery. Hopefully. Oh my god. Getting absolutely all of the worst tiles at the moment, please. I mean, I know I'm only keeping them in hand because they are the worst, so it's kind of self-fulfilling there. Okay, let's go Bookery there. Which is also going to cause a problem with the whole pausing situation, but I'm happy to take it at this point. Vampire Mansion there. Thankfully, that slime is going to give us the pause at the end of this battle that we desperately need, because, oh my god. River, running free. I think I will actually place the swamp here, like, legitimately just for the pausing thing. I think that was a great idea. Skylar Tone, much appreciated. An amulet of slightly lower summon quality, but some evasion added on top. It is just a lot better. This grimoire does not even have to justify itself in order to be significantly better. And another 22% summon quality versus 8% attack speed. We already get attack speed from the area. I'll take the summon quality though. More than happy to have a river rather than the sand dune, but to be clear, I would have played the sand dune. Diagonality is best for river. So up, across, up, across, up, across, up, across, up, across. Because then on either side, you only end up with tiles that are modified by 1, 2. So each of them has 3 times whatever its base effect is. So this would be, I mean, it already is 6 attack. So basically, yeah, this one has 2, that one has 2. So after you go up a couple steps, you'll still end up with 2. Not sure what tiling I'm not seeing. Oh, Lord. Thicket? God, that's a lot of thickets. Oh, the attack speed. It's incredible. No Ancestral Hall. We've got the Ancestral Crypt up in the back corner, if that does anything for you. Here we have a Sand Spirit that's actually decided to join the battle. Faultline Finder deals 200% damage to Magic Shield. They also have their replaced HP with Magic Shield, so they ignore the effect of the desert itself. And they're buffing all of the allies on field. Never mind, they're dead instantly, just a second afterwards. Field Practice. Plus 0.25 to Skeleton's level for a loop. Starting from when the loop... Sorry. Plus 0.25 to the Skeleton's levels for a loop. Starting from the loop when this trait was received. Yes. So each loop we will get plus 0.25 summon quality. Oftentimes I have to summon level. Oftentimes I have to relent on summon quality in order to get summon level. So this just kind of like doing that for us is great. Battlefield again. Don't want bloody clots. Yeah. Shipwreck. I had a feeling. Trade ships often fall prey to the fisherman's expansion marches. Spawns a Siren once per loop, spawns a chest here once per loop, no mimics. And enemies on the tile around it can become ghosts when they die. So it just spawns a Siren in addition to the other effects that we know of. Yeah, I had been reading the field practice also as for a loop. You would assume it says for each here, but I know that it has to function as for each, otherwise this just doesn't make sense as a trait. Another amulet of summon quality evasion, don't care about those. No, don't care about the defense either there. That one's not for me. Ooh. Oblivion and a Cemetery. I mean, I could Oblivion a Bookery that hasn't finished. Replace it with another Bookery quickly. Or I could oh, wait, hang on. Almost missed out on getting rid of the Ziggurat. I forgot about that for a second there. Cemetery. I mean, I might be able to do a little bit of a cemetery loop up here with vampires, vampire mansions, so that I can take them out more easily. Can ghosts become ghosts? Yes, they can, and they can kill you quite quickly if they do that. You know, a ghost of 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 a ghost. Prime matter. Why? Hey, there's the Siren. Good to see her. Higher evasion, higher level, lower summon quality, lower attack speed. I think I actually prefer the other one. It works perfectly. This swamp prevented us from wasting our Bookery charges. And yeah, I guess literally just continue around the rest of the vampire mansion. Works perfectly. That's lateral thinking right there. Oh, another Bookery. That's more than okay, Northern. I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm putting down too many of these Bookeries. Yeah, I think I have too many Bookeries down at the moment. Let's slow roll it for a second here. Discover what we are with that. Whoa, hang on. Oh, I didn't know you could instantly curve on yourself like that. Seems like it'd be low value though. A ring of attack speed and I mean, I want the summon quality more than the skeleton level, but I will take the attack speed. Thank you very much. Okay, I have to figure out, do I want multiple shipwrecks? Is that a good thing? Because that will also overlap these two spaces, but it's not like they'll be battlefields. No, they are totally blood paths. They absolutely are. Well, that might have been a game-killing mistake right there, but I'd rather make it than... not, I guess. Scametry go up there. Still no good. Really like some more terrain I can put near these rivers. I just feel like I'd be benefiting from it a lot at the moment. Some quality of 26% as well as some defense, attack speed, and regen. That actually seems like it's really bad for a level 6 ring. Oh. Why? I need a swamp. I need a swamp to put in that same position. I need to do the same game plan here. Siren. Living, has a soul. Humidity lover gets the slimy positive effect, plus 20% evade if there are liquid enemies in battle. I imagine blood clots will probably count towards that. The chest doesn't though. We have discovered a new tile. We've discovered a new tile. We've discovered the interactions a little bit between the new tiles as well. I mean, I'm gonna resurrect. But like... yeah. That's what sirens do to me. I don't think we live if they decide to do that again. Max skeletons +1 on the amulet. The amulet also has summon quality and skeleton level. That is a busted amulet. Absolutely bursted. This is the same except 1 lower in summon quality, but has evasion over regen. That's a replacement for us. It's the kind of amulet you'll replace every 20 loops or so. Exactly. I'm gonna get familiar with it and comfy with it existing because I know I have to. Okay. This grimoire of max skeletons and skeleton quality. I'm gonna be so mad when we lose this run now. Holy crumbs. We finally have quality and level and we have everything. We have it all. You could Oblivion one of the shipwrecks. I could, but it won't kill the Siren. The Siren lives. No. Oh, my heart. I think I do need to preemptively take one of them out. And then I'm gonna have to try and take out the path as well. Oblivion, do I pop that down? I'm gonna put a Bookery up here. Okay, we've got 1 thicket out, 2 thickets out of that, I guess. I mean, our attack speed is very, very high, right? We've got good attack speed for this class. This class struggles to try and get, 5%, 4%, 16% on this ring, things like that. All that, very good. We've got maximum skeletons, we've got a lot of those. We've got quality of 76%, so we're gonna be summoning defensive skeletons, and we've got the summon level getting higher. I need to worry about my survivability wherever possible, so if I can replace this ring with a lot of survivability, even if it doesn't have a max skeleton, I'll do it. It's like a primary priority for me. Anyway. Ooh, defensive 5? Some attack speed. Yeah, the attack speed really doesn't matter at all. Neither is regen level, neither is the skeleton level. Defensive 5 though? Defense? So, defense is straight up reduction of incoming damage, point per point. That's how much max HP I have. That's how much shield. It's like, effectively just under 400 HP. That just doesn't seem like it's actually that good. Maybe I'm severely underestimating this, but I'm not going to replace for that ring just yet. As for the rest of these... Swamp goes in this position, I'm not lying. I'm actually just gonna put them in every corner that a Bookery is in for... Yeah, it's not a good plan, but it's a plan. It's a plan. Is the near future going to threaten me? Not at all. Let's just keep moving. I might have been incorrect about the near future and the threat. Regen per second of 3? No. Attack speed? No. Grimoire? No. It's going to be so hard to get me to replace anyone. Okay, fine. There we go. Boom. We did it. Now, about this Oblivion. Excuse me? Oh, that's going to be a blood clot on that path already. Bye-bye. We've fixed some of our mistakes. Now it is up for us to fix the rest of them. Art of Control, +1 to the maximum number of skeletons. Boom. I'll take that one. just deserts and forests here. We're going to be replenishing these. Perfection. Doesn't defense not work on Magic Shield too? I'm not familiar if it doesn't work on Magic Shield. That would be very surprising to me. Especially because this character has like 2 stats, like defense and Magic Shield, and you are supposed to get both of them because there's always Magic Shield on the amulet, so it would be hilarious if it didn't work. Like, that would be like setting the player up to fail. Vampire Mansion. I still want to add that up here. Incredible replenishment there for us. Wow. I mean, that's level versus summon quality. I prefer the summon quality. Getting a lot of options. I'll say that, we are getting a lot of options. Ooh, unless I want to put another Shipwreck up there, I don't want to do that. So this will be more of a, like, this kind of situation again. Okay, another river up, and then we're going around them. More Bookeries, please. Those previous 2 runs, just consider those previous 2 runs as setups for this run. An amulet of 5 on defense and evasion. No, no, no. Max, no. That's a lot of attack speed, but no. Vampire Mansion battlefields. I mean, yes, river. I think I do want the additional Vampire Mansion in this position. Can attack speed exceed 100%? Yes, it's higher than 100% right now, so if it can't, oops. Yeah, I guess I'll hold the rest. Starting to run out of things I really want to place, which is unfortunate. Except for all of the terrain. The terrain is still good. Another swamp. I think it go there. I mean, to me, the swamp can just completely loop around this Vampire Mansion again. With no problem. Managed to pause this in time in order to get the extra thicket. So wait, hang on. That'd snake around there. God, the only way this river can even escape is if it goes out the other side along a top line the entire time, getting nothing on the bottom line. Oof. Oh, that's gonna hurt. So, curves there. Up, step, something like that. So that means like that and that. These are 2 safe spaces to put thickets. That's for a sand dune. So this is a river that is not amplifying any spaces to either side of it right now. I think it might be worth my while to put a sand dune here, lowering all creatures' HP by... Actually, no, that would give us the oasis in that position. And then I mean, let's be clear. This river already isn't doing anything, so it could become an oasis if I wanted it to. But that would also turn this thicket into a McKee, which would then be doubled by this river instead of the thicket. At some point, the amount of attack speed I'm generating is going to be worse than most other things that I could generate instead. There will be points of diminishing return. I think I've probably created enough of a point of diminishing return. This is a good idea. You definitely don't want dunes in that area. Well. Oops. Ah, well, time for more thickets. Those will still work. The land thickens with thickets. Okay, and then another desert out here. Oh man, my HP. Oh, they're so mean! They're so mean! Why are they that mean? I didn't spot what was going to make the Siren specifically rude to us. They just seem to be quite powerful. So what is the benefit of the Siren space then? That they are very powerful? Yeah, it would be that they are very powerful and they give you very good loot because they are very powerful. Who would design best around that? Let's have a look at the encyclopedia. Yeah, I think this is a perfect time for that. Hoppy. No. Siren. So that's the plus 20% evade if there are liquid enemies in battle, 33% chance to forward a direct damage to a random ally, so it keeps itself alive longer. Let's read some about you. They drop living fiber. A Siren's fighting style is so utterly spectacular it would belong on a stage. Her spells are melodious, and the elegant moves are enchanting. Yet a Siren actively seeks to cull her enthralled audience. A tragic fate awaits anyone who becomes too mesmerized with the show. The fishermen are approaching, but we won't give up. We have enough provisions and our morale is high. We're able to repel all their attacks without suffering any losses. Their attacks have stopped. We can hear the singing that came with the storm 2 days ago. How can something so beautiful be a threat? Victory awaits us outside these walls. We must open the gates at any cost. From the discovered journal of a Sea Watch outpost. I'm gonna write another page. Damn fishermen have been chasing us for weeks. They summoned the storms, they gurgled at us through their thunder, and they scratched at the hull with their claws. Are they after this accursed coffin we picked up? The fishermen had nary a care about the dead. It was about their sea sister, who was silently beckoning them from her cage. The coffin wrapped up in chains was meant for the living, not the dead, and I very much hope it'll remain so. I stashed myself inside the coffin and prayed the waves would be merciful. One of the stories collected by Gregor the Suspicious. I'm just gonna check out the final one to see if it gives us anything deeply interesting. Sirens are highly unusual adversaries, and their magical abilities are far from the only reason to fear these creatures. Observing a squad of hostile fish folk in a fight will expose the true role of the Sirens. They are squad leaders, and other fishmen are ready and willing to sacrifice their lives for any Siren if need be. Sirens are capable of issuing orders to their troops at great range. Summary, Sirens must be approached as enemy officers and is the key element of the Fishfolk expansion. The guide on tactics and strategy of intelligent creatures. I think that's actually pretty important. What it's largely telling us here is that the mistake I made was ending up with the Blood Path, because the Blood Path gave them a Blood Clot. It gave them an additional unit in the fight, and I believe the Blood Clot, the additional unit it gives them, is Liquid, giving 20% evasion to the boss, as well as the boss. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Boss, basically, though. And then the Siren also has the ability to pass that damage to random allies instead of herself. So not only was there the Siren and the chest on that space, courtesy of the Shipwreck itself, there was also the Blood Clot, and then additionally there was a vampire. So we ended up fighting 4 of them at the same time, rather than, 4 of them ultra buffed rather than 2 of them just normal, The deadly, deadly Siren. Man, I want to do that. I feel bad, doing a quote-unquote salty run back and doing the same basic builds, but I really feel like that was on the verge of success if I just knew better how to manipulate the battlefields. Ugh. Do it!